911 emergency.
Yes, my wife, we are both COVID positive, and her blood oxygen is down to 86.
Okay, so you're looking to get an aid car out there, and you said that she has low O2 sats?
Yeah, and her heartbeat is very, very irregular.
Okay, how old is she?
79.
Okay. And is she able to speak normally, or is she having to gasp between words?
She can speak. She cannot walk. She can't walk to the bathroom. She can barely get up, and she's very, very weak.
My thoughts when the pandemic broke out in our region was that it finally crossed the oceans, and it's in our country and it's spreading, so it's seriously a pandemic.
One of the biggest worries I had was not only being infected with this virus, but also infecting my family.
We at least got the inkling that everything was going to change. You just didn't know what and in what ways. And as it turns out, there's no way we could have really seen how much everything changed.
There was a lot of concern, especially at the beginning of the outbreak. We didn't know how it was transmitted. We didn't know what our risk was.
You never know where you're going to come across it. Your patient could have it, somebody else at the scene could have it. I felt that I don't want to get it and then spread it unknowingly. For instance, my parents, both of them are around 80 and they have COPD. So I'm very concerned for them.
A COVID patient that I responded to was a 30-year-old woman who just had a baby. I remember going into their home, and she had a fever, and she was breathing hard and fast, so much so that she couldn't really talk to us. Her husband standing in the corner holding the new baby, and everyone was just so scared. She ended up making it to the hospital okay, but I just remember that it was just such a scary situation.
With our training, almost all of it is hands-on. It's all in very close quarters, either when you're practicing to treat a patient or practicing to intubate a patient, practicing to do IVs on a patient. We're all within a foot or two and sometimes closer of one another. And so with this communicable disease, it just means that we really have to work on wearing our PPE, our mask, our glasses, our gloves, and gowns.
Paramedic Class 47 will be starting in a few short weeks, and they will be facing some very big challenges with the pandemic going on right now. My class only had 14 students. Class 47 has 24. So they're going to face some additional obstacles just going through a program with a class that size, and on top of that, in the midst of a pandemic.
Not only is it going to be something new for the students, it's going to be new for the instructors. It's going to be new for everybody who's involved with this program. It's a big process to train a paramedic. It takes almost a year to take somebody who's an EMT or a firefighter and train them up to the level of paramedic. And we're currently in a shortage of paramedics. Every day, we're scrambling to make sure that all of the medic units are filled. And we need to look ahead, and we need to get new paramedics trained now. We need to get new students in, and we need to get them up and running so that we can continue to serve the community.
Right now, with this outbreak going on, the best thing we can do is get more boots on the ground of people that are able to handle this high acuity of patient care with a really strong knowledge base based on much more patient contact hours and hours in the ERs, the OR, and just on the streets writing the medic units. However, 24 students is a huge class, and that's a huge financial responsibility.
So now's a really great time for the Medic One Foundation to be able to put more medic students through the program, because the population as a whole is calling for more resources in the EMS. 911 is being called more with people thinking they have COVID or having COVID, and as our population grows, 911 gets called more often. The Medic One Foundation itself, the funding that they receive, mostly from private citizens, is what keeps this program going.
Right now, more than ever, the donations are so important to get. We need the community to step up and stand behind these students. They want to serve this community so badly that they're going to put their life on hold for the next year, and they're going to be away from their families, and they're going to train so hard, but they really need the support of the community right now to fund their education.
When the pandemic started, and now that we're in the middle of it, we're going to need paramedics, we're going to need Medic One, we're going to need the fire department to continue to do that job, and it's going to have to expand.
We are always really involved with the fundraisers that the Medic One Foundation has, and that's hard to do right now. We're faces behind a screen on a computer, and we're not able to have these one-on-one conversations and let them know our passion for this program.
So when you think about supporting the Medic One Foundation, you're supporting the training for the people who are going to show up when you need help, for yourself or your neighbor or a family member. If you want excellent, best in the nation response when you call 911, it has to start at the community level. Without the community supporting Medic One Foundation, there's no way we could do what we do.
There's a lot going on in the world, and just being able to be there, be that face in this white shirt that's calming them down and helping them out, providing them comfort and reassurance is really rewarding day in and day out.
I really enjoy meeting people and treating patients and being able to make a difference. I can't think of doing anything else.
Although the way we do things has changed, our job is still the same. We still go out whenever that bell goes off, whenever somebody calls 911, we still have to go. We're happy to go. That's what we do.